This book features recipes from some lesser-known areas of Italy, like Basilicata and Molise. I'm not sure I even know where they are.
Well, you see, Italy, a little kind of boot, maybe the size of California, has 20 regions. And everybody, of course, thinks about, Rome, that's Lazio. Florence, that's Tuscany. Venice, that's Veneto. Milano, and Lombardy. But there is Calabria and Basilicata and Puglia and Molise and Abruzzo. And these are maybe the lesser-known region, but they're really fantastic and beautiful.
But they're all in the south. You come from the north, don't you? From the extreme north?
I do. I come from Friuli Venezia Giulia, which is in the north-hand corner. So if you're looking at Italy, all the way up in the right-hand corner, north under Austria next to Slovenia, that's Friuli Venezia Giulia. I come from there.
And what are the area's favorite dishes? Are they very different than what I would find in other parts of Italy?
I think in what I sort of brought forth in this book. Now, there are some northern regions as well, like the Trentino, Alto Adige, the Val d'Aosta, which is a little niche all the way up under France, between France and Piemonte. So there are, and then I have Sardinia in here. I have Liguria, which is on the west side. But what I found in these regions, and Italy is known for all that, is that that's kind of regional, but really regional. And, maybe in these regions more than any other, because they have not been influenced so much maybe by tourism, the authenticity still holds. But, Leonard, maybe that's the beauty of food, to keep it regional, and, that reflects the topography, the climate, seasonal, also gives it the big imprint. And these regions, for that matter, I guess most of Italy still cooks that way.
Are there reasons that one ingredient will take hold in one region but not the next? I mean, you mentioned climate, so some places are better for growing things. But I was wondering about the complicated history of Italy, where it has been colonized by so many countries.
Well, that's the beauty of, when I go back and I continue to do research, because first of all of these recipes, in all of the books that I've written, none of them I have invented them. They all are traced back to the Italian culinary patrimony. But I modify them. And in doing this research, how much history has influenced is just tremendous. Sardinia, for example, it's in this book. It's Sardinia, and for that part, a part of Sicily, even part of Tuscany, was under the Spaniards for about 200 years or more. So the Aragons.
So a lot of the foods that came from the New World wound up there. Tomatoes, for example.
Well, tomatoes are you think they were Italians, but they are New World foods. Tomatoes, peppers, even beans,
corn.
Chocolate, corn,
vanilla.
These are all New World and so on. But if you go back, just for a moment down to Sardinia, you go to Alghero, which is the capital of the Alghero region. They still speak Catalan, and you can get a paella there. And in this book, I have this wonderful recipe of lobster a la Catalana. So it really reflects the occupation. Now, if you go to Venice and the region that I come from, Venice, the Serenissima, for 600-700 years was a great state republic, and it really enforced itself with the spice trades. Because, spices, Leonard, grow in a tropic zone, and Italy is known for herbs, which is more in the moderate zone. And yet, you go to the cuisine of the Veneto, of the Friuli Venezia Giulia, you find cloves, you find cinnamon, you have all these kind of spices. And this was black pepper dominates in that area, and it is all part of the big trades of the Serenissima of the Venetians, and it all remains and is reflected in the recipes of today.